The shadow government wants you exposed. The banking cartels want you enslaved through usury and debt. The global surveillance machine wants your transactions visible to their all-seeing eye. But fear not. Episode 11 of Season 2 of the Outlaw Crypto Podcast is here. And we're bringing in a digital phantom, a cryptographic specter, a ghost in the machine, the one, the only, the unstoppable Ardocrat. Ardocrat is not just a developer. No! He is a freedom fighter, a privacy vigilante, a hacker rebel, tearing through the digital prisons that bind us. This man has dared to resurrect the true cypherpunk dream, building Grin into the ultimate peer-to-peer digital cash system. The stake through the vampire's heart of the panopticon's financial stranglehold. Because make no mistake, the monetary system is a trap. The fiat death machine, the CBDC dystopia, the KYC nightmare, they are all part of the grand illusion, the master plan to enslave the world in total financial obedience. But Ardocrat, the black dog of the resistance, has built the tools of escape, tools they cannot trace, cannot censor, cannot stop. Grin GUI, a shadowy portal into the world of true financial autonomy, built in pure rust, cross-platform, and battle-hardened to stand against the empire of data collection. No centralized control, no middlemen, just you, your Grin coins, and the sweet, blissful silence of transactions disappearing into the cryptographic abyss. Grin Wallet, an unstoppable money shield, a wallet that laughs in the face of the financial overlords who want to catalog and tax every single Satoshi. Ardocrat has given the people a weapon, a wallet free from the rotting stench of surveillance capitalism, a portal to pure, unfiltered, unstoppable Mimblewimble privacy. Mimblewimble, a name whispered in the darkest corners of the cryptographic underground. Feared by the corrupt central bankers, hated by the chain analysis goons who want nothing more than to strangle true financial privacy in its crib. This isn't just a protocol, it's a declaration of war against the ledger police, against the spying machine, against the tyrannical forces of monetary slavery. And Ardocrat has refined it, sharpened it, weaponized it for you, the outlaws, the rebels, the last of the free-thinking digital insurgents. Cuckoo cycle, proof of work, ASIC resistant, mining as it was meant to be, decentralized, untamed, uncontrollable. No supply manipulation, no corrupt halving gimmicks, no state interference. This episode is the final warning, the line in the sand. You can either embrace the tools of financial sovereignty or be consumed by the hellscape of CBDCs, bank freezes, and total monetary enslavement. So tune in, open your mind, and join the resistance. Because once you hear what Ardocrat has built, you will never look at money the same way again. The war for financial privacy has begun.
Welcome back to another episode of the Outlaw Crypto Podcast. I'm your host, Paranoia Machinery, and this is a podcasting 2.0 podcast, which means that you can stream sats, you can boost sats on the Fountain app or any podcasting 2.0 app. And we also accept donations with XMR chat and various other privacy coins like Wownero, Zano, Decred, and XMR. Today, my guest is Ardocrat. Ardocrat is the developer of the Rust-based Grin app for mobile. And Ardocrat actually came on the show before. I did like an hour and a half long interview with him, and then I accidentally lost it. It was one of the 4 interviews that I lost that I had to redo. So he was kind enough to come back on the show, and he's joining me all the way from frigid and cold Russia. Ardocrat, how are you today?
Hello, thank you very much for inviting. I'm very good because I'm very exciting about our future, about what we are doing now, because we make tools to make people free to transact and free to speak also, because when you have decentralization, nobody can try to censor you,
Yeah.
to stop of doing something. And Grim is not only mobile application because it can be run at desktop also. Yes, I started development as for mobile because Grin had no original Rust implementation at mobile at Android. Nobody launched Node,
Yeah.
because it's important for decentralization. We had only GUI, some Iron Belly wallet, but it was written in React Native,
Yeah.
Facebook wallet, before, yes. But we had Grin plus plus also application, but it had some problem with launch on Android devices
Okay.
and some synchronization problems. Yes, it also had no support of external connection. When you can launch your own node at your own server and connect with application, it's very easy because it's faster to synchronize. Because you need to wait at least 4 hours to synchronize full node at mobile now.
Okay.
Because thank you to Mimblewimble.
Yeah, I want to get into Mimblewimble for sure. Since the last time we talked, I interviewed Alex from Beam, and we spoke about what Beam is doing as far as their project in the Mimble world, and so I'm excited to hear about Grin and Grin's
Yes,
take on
yes.
Mimblewimble as well.
Beam and Grin also cooperated, in the beginning. Teams worked together to make also Mimblewimble better. But now, if you know, a lot of developers gone away, and not so much left.
Okay.
At Beam, I know Core Dev moved to another project. Yeah, I think it's some also privacy project. Yes, for smart contract. And at Green, we have one core developer, paid developer, and me as, outside developer, as I work for, for my own interest, not for money, not for, because it's freedom also to artist can, if artist work for money, how to say, it reducing his impressions also, because he has a boss, he has a time. Some boss can come to artist and say, yeah, work harder like this, because I know such stories, yes, from the past also, when artists worked for government, yes, like big, like Michelangelo, this period, yes. I like Italy, it from a lot art came from Italy, and you know why? Because Italy was second empire after Rome. Yes,
Hmm.
it was Rome empire, it was Greece, but Greece was distracted by Turkish people. Yes, and now last empire is now it's Russian empire. It's calling, and you know why? Because it's last empire who holds, faith in God like it was from beginning, roots like apostles, how to say it, like people who was with God in first days, they passed their traditions, Traditions are keeping and at this region actually, Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, these places. So this place it's calling Rus, Rus. And now here we have a war because, one part of Rus, like Ukraine, also decided to go to West and they forgot forgo like our traditions, like our traditions are fake. We will make everything with West like this, and we see they divided church. people divided. We have war because there is no love because angry people are angry everywhere because people are afraid, and this can stop only when people will start to love each other, like
Yeah.
everywhere. Because every time after war, people anyway will start to love each other. After, big war, when Hitler killed a lot of people, killed a lot of Jews, but now these Hitler, these people are sometimes even heroes. It's crazy, but so they forgot German people also, and like this, because sometimes yes, we have some evil powers who can control some another evil people. Like this story with USSR. When how Soviet built Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Because they killed Tsar. Who was Tsar? Tsar is what put by God, It's like this. It's also tradition. Started from beginning. And when they stopped this, they got war and people got angry, A lot people got dead for faith, also for God, because they loved their country, they loved God, they loved people. And another angry people came and say, yes, we want to destroy everything to build new. Yes. We see now same actually what is going on at West.
Yeah,
When
people
we
say the
see this,
decline of the West is because they've kind of strayed from their Christian faith that they
yes,
originally had, which made them
yes,
great.
yes.
And then now that they're like in atheist societies, that has caused like a moral decline, which is making society kind of implode.
Yes, the biggest problem is, race division. And
Yeah,
in the United States, it's always was a problem because one people, one color, another people different color, and they see it's a problem because one people have another tradition, one people have different, and you when you cannot respect another tradition, when you try to put your tradition like we see well LGBT, like this. They try to put their tradition to our traditional, culture. So we will not accept this because it's not our culture. It's normal,
there's a
and
lot of people that are in the West and they wish they had a leader that was more like Putin in Russia, who is like kind of outlawing all the LGBT stuff. Because there's a lot of people that aren't really on board with it, especially like since it's been like kind of force fed to the students in the schools now, and like people's children are learning about these kind of ideas that maybe they don't want their children to learn about. So like right now there's a lot of opposition to it, and there's a lot of people that see like the steps that Putin has taken to kind of prevent that from happening in Russia, and wish that the leadership in the West was more on the same page on that issue.
yes, I see very similar, a lot similarities with communism, at this, because communism was, it's like, a new religion. Because at communism, they said, put human first, uh, forgot the God, there is no God, they said. And here we see the same, because they put people first, human first, like you can do what you want, like you are free, liberty, like this. But God gave some rules how to live. These rules are really helpful to live in love and peace. It works everywhere. It at work, at relationships and friendships, everywhere. Because when you respect people, when you don't push others for something like this, uh, you can live actually in peace and you work with people. Yes. When if you don't agree with someone, just okay, don't push him, don't waste your energy like this. Yes, for what? We see now at internet a lot because some also young people when they come to internet, they have some weak emotions. So these emotions, internet are working for their emotions like this. So when some guy can write something, 2 p.m. maybe or a chat, he will be angry because he will see this guy don't agree with him like this, or maybe. So, it's psychology. Uh, this is psychology, lack of psychology at schools, I see now, because I think uh, they should teach people, they should teach students, psychology from beginning, how to act with emotions. You need to understand what's inside you, first of all. When you understand this, when you try to control your emotions, you will be not angry. You will not go, to protest with LGBT, with these things, because you don't need this. You live at your own world. You don't. You can find people like you. Actually, it's very good. This is what we are doing now. we I'm trying to find also some programmers and Rust programmers at Rust groups. Last time I found one guy from United Arab Emirates, I think. He even made a translation for my app for one evening. He was very motivated actually. But now we need to make it right to left. It's a bit complicated because you need to rework whole library. It's next step, yes. But when I see some motivated people working for projects, not for money, actually for idea, for technology. So I see very perspective here because green is about this. We have how to say no ICO, no no interest from big investors, from big companies because the linear emission, it's a big inflation. You cannot earn from this because you cannot collect a lot of coins to pump this and to enjoy like we see now with Bitcoin. 90% they collected and they enjoy pump and they will pump Bitcoin forever, I think, because 10 million it can cost easily. At bank everywhere, they will sell out to their clients this Bitcoin. They will say this is new digital gold standard. Back at maybe they will print new USD backed by Bitcoin.
I think
I
they're
think it
printing
will
new Bitcoin though. They're like doing paper Bitcoin right now. Like
paper.
Coinbase
Yes, yes, actually.
was doing
So
paper
yes.
Bitcoin, and then they had to like change the terms of the custody with BlackRock because like they had to change it so that they deliver
Uh-huh.
Bitcoin within 12 hours.
I don't know how it will work with Trump, because Trump said I will be against CBDC like this. So
Well,
maybe in the
Bitcoin could be
beginning,
the CBDC though, because
yes,
it could
CBDC
fulfill
is the
that role
future,
very
I
easily.
think, anyway, because they will remove paper money.
Yeah,
So it will be only digital money because you can easy control how you exchange crypto also,
yeah,
You can control every exchange of Bitcoin with transparency because transparent bridges and so on. And if someone will make some dirty exchange, they can block this transaction at pool level because a lot of hash rate now at United States, at it's QIC now also. So every miner,
yeah.
they
Most of the
know
pools are KYC'd now.
his name. Yes, actually. So everything transparency, it's new paradigm. It's testing. They are testing new paradigm of transparency. So we will see how it will work actually. Yes, because with government, with politics, it can work very good because it will be no dirty money with from government and so on. So everything transparent. Actually, it can be good, but they will make transparent people also, for them. It will be price for adoption.
Yeah,
Because if you use these technologies, they know everything about you. This information are going to corporations. This is bad. Okay, if it's for security, it's for your security. If controlling only by government, army, for example, yes, to make you safe like civilian. But if this information is moving to corporations, you are for them like like worker, like because you work for them, they give you products for something. Data mining, I think like this because Google is giving you freedom services like this because it's actually mining data all the time. And usual people don't know about this, but when you start to, for example, set up your firewall at your system, you can see at Android, at Linux, macOS, everywhere. macOS, Windows actually, because it's corporations, Apple, Microsoft, they are doing requests every time. Actually, GitHub, if you will see, GitHub is big aggregator of code. The Microsoft know about code everything now, because they control all code, and we can see all projects when they are working with GitHub. For something, some integration maybe, some Microsoft integration. They are sending some telemetry to Microsoft. I saw this when I started to set up firewalls. It's easy work, but some systems, for example, are making good UI for this, like Apple, macOS. macOS is very secure system because it's very closed and you can set up everything because core is Unix.
Mhm.
Unix is base. OpenBSD system, for example, we have Linux, and some banks are using this. Yahoo, I know, using also OpenBSD.
I think
So
Netflix uses
Unix,
it.
yes, Unix actually.
Yeah.
So it's a base. And when you set up everything at Apple, for example, because Apple was created, not for non-programmers, for home people like this. Like for my mother, she can use actually. So this firewall can block, can show every connection like this. At Linux, we don't have such utilities because the Linux is very complicated. Linux it's not only one system. Linux has a lot of environments, a lot of kernels like this. So this system it's very open, but it's very complicated to set up. And for security, it can be not so good actually, like everybody can say, because it's Linux, no virus. Yes, it can be good for security, but if you cannot set up it good, but if you are not administrator, not some skills, like this, so it can be sometimes not secure because some updates it's installed all the time, and these updates can come from everywhere, and you don't know, maybe this server from already captured, by some viruses, some hackers.
Yeah.
So these updates can be very dangerous also. And
It seems like
from
hackers and people that design malware are actually starting to target Linux now too, whereas like in the
yes,
past they didn't really waste their
yes,
time.
it actually started years ago, but now because this war actually not only in digital, but war actually physical.
Mhm.
What we see in Israel also, now Iran, it's very dangerous also because they have nuclear weapons, and
Yeah.
this place very hot. Yes. Also, their services, Iran, Mossad, this is Israel, they control also everything to know what everybody is doing now. So this is privacy first, and I think at this place also, at Israel, because this is very hot place, Israel has top technologies. They have quantum PC, I think, already. Maybe
I think like a
two.
lot of the Silicon Valley like companies that like
Yeah.
created the like fundamental
Yeah,
infrastructure
yeah.
of the internet
And
are
Israel
based
is
in
working
Israel as
with a
well. Like,
cooperation with the United States,
yeah.
So top technologies are here. This is this we know, yes. So I think next how to say security wave will be post quantum because quantum can break encryption. So first encryption to break in PGP maybe, yes, SSH like this to hack everything.
How will that impact Grin?
Oh, Grin,
Is
because you
is it
run
future
node
proof
at your
for quantum?
mobile. Actually, this is good, yes.
Yeah.
Because at Bitcoin, at what we see now, at Monero, yes, they are not growing because blockchain is old. Mimblewimble, what we call it, Mimblewimble blockchain 2.0, because it's very compact. We have cut-through technologies, yes. We have privacy integrated because privacy is default now. We
Nice.
have some laws, I see it, Europe also, MiCA like this, to regulate privacy. So actually in the future, I think only privacy technologies, zero knowledge proof like this will be legal because it's hiding information about you, about your actual balance. because when you come to pay at shop, you pay at shop. Shop don't know how much money you have. Yes, it's privacy. It's okay. But
Yeah.
with Bitcoin, it's not working. With Bitcoin, they can see how much you have. Yeah. So Bitcoin is not ideal for money. Yes. At the end, we see this.
So last time you came on the show and we did the interview that got lost, we were talking about the cyber pandemic. And earlier in this interview, you mentioned that they're trying to phase out cash. You had some predictions about the cyber pandemic, and you thought maybe we were going to see them enact
Yes,
that agenda. Like, but
yes.
it's been a
I,
few
I
months.
have, I have, of course, I have some idea about this. I think how they will motivate people to move to from cash. Yes, they can make bank's account hacked. Yes, this big hack will say all system banking hacked. Yes, we make everything from zero. We started from zero. Now we will make you CBDC. We will give you for free. We will give you free money like this. Maybe we will say this because how they will motivate people to make money, to make more crypto, to buy their bitcoins because Bitcoin they need to pump more. They have everything, I think, in plan now, because they control money and they control world. I think because if you have money, you can start war everywhere. You can finish war like this also with money. So actually, for now, money it's big money is using for not only for good, also for bad things. This is, I think, Roger Ver. This is Bitcoin Jesus. They call him. Uh, he said about this a lot. Yes, I think now he's gone from USAID. Yeah, because
Last I heard,
they
he was
will
in
find him.
Spain.
They
I
will
don't
put him
know
to jail. I think.
like where he is right now, but he was in Spain because remember he got arrested in Spain for tax evasion, and then they
Oh
told him he
yeah,
couldn't leave.
it's
So I
a
think he
classic
might still
story.
be in
Classic
Spain.
story. Uh-huh. Yeah, because McAfee, they killed McAfee at jail because McAfee lived and in the boat, I think, some islands he traveled.
Yeah,
Yes, and he spoke a lot of things about government, not good things.
yeah,
So they need to took him. To take.
yeah. It's crazy because like before he got arrested, he like was public like I will never kill myself, and then supposedly he suicided himself in jail. So who knows?
Yeah.
I believe there's definitely some foul play involved with McAfee, especially.
Yeah, it's not only McAfee. This character I have avatar. This Ted. Actually, this Ted Kaczynski. Yes, Ted Kaczynski was killed 3 months later after I took his photo. So I don't know what to say. Yes. Maybe he killed him also. Now, system changing, everything changing, because maybe some old people can come out from jail because we don't know what they will start at USA now. If Trump will win, he will start to put Democrats to jail because, the main angry Democrats like Clinton, they're killing people, they're killing kids, so they have no mercy about this, yeah.
I have no optimistic feelings about Trump. Like Trump is part of the two-party political
Yeah,
system,
for
which is
sure.
basically the
He is just
uniparty.
hero, local hero.
Yeah.
He can make something. But if deep state will decide to make civil war, they can start it easy. We don't know
Yeah, and I
what they.
think they want a civil war. I don't know. I think they're like really trying to provoke like some sort of armed conflict against the American citizens so that they can call in like UN peacekeeping troops and stuff like that and like try to disarm the people. Because like the main bulwark against the United States government going completely rogue is that the citizens have like 400 million guns.
Oh yeah, it's crazy
Yeah.
for you.
So like there's been a plan like they changed the law. Like they had this thing called like the Smith-Mundt Act, where the government is like allowed to make propaganda on the news, and they weren't allowed to like previously. But when that happened, it was like during Obama's presidency, and Eric Holder, the attorney general at the time, was like, "Oh, we need to brainwash people against gun ownership." And then they started doing Sandy Hook and like all these fake shootings that they use crisis actors and stuff like that. So like they had all these fake shootings, and then like whenever they would do like a fake mass shooting at a school or something, the first thing the like relatives of the supposed victims would like be on TV crying and be like, "Oh, we need gun control, we need to outlaw guns and stuff." Like
Yeah,
it's like, come on, bro.
yeah.
Like,
This picture clear. Yeah.
yeah.
Because yes, they bring a lot of migrants and they bring they take guns out of people. It's crazy how people will protect themselves. Because I see a lot of migrants starting riots and starting because they know they can take some how to say $1,000 I think, and it will be nothing like this on some fee. So it's crazy situation now. We will see how it will be next. Yeah.
So bringing it back to the spirituality aspect, like we were talking a little bit about how Russia has like a Christian tradition. Like, do you see them phasing out cash as like bringing us into like a mark of the beast kind of cashless society kind of thing that like Christian people have been
Oh,
like
yeah.
warning
I
about
heard
for a long time?
such studies also. Yes. Because it's about, it's only some steps to integrate, something inside human. Because when human will lose will, he he will be he will be worker for them, like this. It will be slave actually, because without will people people will be only slaves, and this is they can make only if they put some special I think chips inside the brain. They will say we will put you chip and 100 languages you can learn every programming language for 1 minute like this. So you will be superhuman. They can make like this, and but something you need to give them for this. Not only money, but your soul. Maybe they will control your soul. I think like this, because it's technology can help people. We know, and technology can also make people slaves for them, for big corporations, for how to say, for some governments, because they can use this technology to make people work for them, to not live free, because
Yeah.
actually people was born free. If you see how act a kid, we are all kids actually, but we grew up and we make some problems for us. We live in our problems, so we are not kids sometimes. But if you are kid inside you, if you can love each other, respect each other, if you can accept nature, because it's everything from God. It's every kid was born with faith on God actually, because you live with nature, you accept nature. Is God is around you, everything. So if you respect everything what is around you, you can live actually good. So I believe in the future. I believe that this war will be finished actually. So people will live together in love. And maybe with you say also, because I see now a lot of big disconnection, like see, because tradition like our, classic tradition and their tradition, and this is very crazy. But I see, as you say also, some traditional people who respect, God also, classic traditions also. They don't have 40 genders in their mind. So it's normal. Normal people exist. So we can win with normal people. If normal people will be more than bad people, so this world will stay, I think, like this. But if it will be more bad people than good people in the end, so it can finish, it will be burned in fire, because when no more good people can be burned, with faith in God, so this world will stop, I think. This is what also all answers we can find, at saint writings actually. And what came, everything works when you start to believe. This is the first thing. You need to start to believe. When you start to believe in God, everything is opening for you, You can learn everything. You can, how to say, you can write everything. Like you can be artist. if you believe in God, if you love Him, love people around you also, you open your soul for this world. This is, I think, what God actually wants. So to open our souls and live each other, when because love is the answer,
Yeah.
for all questions.
Yeah. So I want to change the subject a little bit. Like you're in Russia, a lot of us are not. Like what's the crypto like atmosphere like in Russia? Like I read that they banned crypto, it was illegal. Like is it illegal still? Are you allowed to like use
Ah,
exchanges? Like how do you navigate the rule set in Russia like as a crypto user?
yes. Rules are changing, of course, frequently, yes. Now we have crypto, you can store it, You can store it like something else, like something. Uh, so it's physical thing like this for them. But now I heard they're creating maybe two exchanges from government actually,
Okay.
where you can trade crypto also, because they will make now a digital ruble, also CBDC, local CBDC, to trade with some cryptos also, because this CBDC they are using, inside BRICS now I heard, because BRICS is very big cooperation. It's because a lot of people, India, China, they have more than half of world. It's a lot of people, and this system is testing now inside. So
Is
I think,
BRICS making like a gold backed like crypto coin as well for like all the BRICS
yes, I
countries?
heard about this also. Yes, they are testing some, I think, cases. So it
Okay.
will be some different projects how you can use inside. So it will be backed for government, yes. Because currently crypto, it was like testing because we are playing now. It's sandbox,
Yeah.
But Bitcoin already grew up, already 90% mined. So now we can exit from sandbox actually, start to use it in real world because we see some successful examples, Japan, and Japan accepting cryptos also. But now at Russia you can mine crypto legally and you can hold
Yeah,
crypto
I've heard
legally.
Russia has like huge mining industry, like that there's a bunch of like Soviet
Yes,
era like
because the cheap
energy production
electricity.
places that are being used to mine crypto right now.
Yes, yes. A lot of Chinese gone to Russia. Yes, after their laws stopped, them from mining. So
Okay.
they came to Russia because here it's also cheap electricity. I think some cheapest Mongolia also. It's near country,
Okay.
uh, but
What's
at Russia
adoption
a lot
like
of
there?
good climate. You know,
Yeah, it's
in the
cool.
north
You can
it's
cool the
always
machines
cold.
off and
Yes, so you have no problem with overheating.
yeah.
Yes.
So what's adoption like there? Are there like Russian like crypto meetups? Like are there people that are trading like P2P like in
Mhm.
Telegram groups? Like what's the scene like?
Yes, no, they are not public. Everywhere it's private like this because it's not official now. Because there is, rules are always changing. When you now start business with these rules can change after 1 week. So you need to always, check situation
Yeah.
here. Yeah, yeah. For now, from what I know, to start legal business at Russia crypto, you need to have capitalization of your company, maybe one or half million dollars like this, to accept crypto, exchange crypto, to allow people to at your platform, to work with crypto. So I think it can be very promising, So we can integrate Grin here and everything we want, because Grin is very fair,
Yeah.
because it's more fair than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is collected by some limited, banksters, people like this, and now they keep collecting this. So Bitcoin is not so interesting now, actually,
I guess
like it
tell
was at
people
beginning.
why Grin is more fair and like how the emission schedule differs than how.
Linear emission, actually, yes, because from beginning, emission, how to say, block reward is not changing. Uh, it's equals 60 green. So we have one block per minute. So we have 1 green per second forever from first day. This is nobody made this actually because linear inflation it's very hard for first years. Even Doggy, they printed 20 years, I think, at first because they need to fight with inflation. Every project starting from this because how you will invest, how you will, who will buy your project like this. Green had a lot of hype, in the beginning because it actually kept Satoshi vision because actually inventor was anonymous also. It was also cypherpunk story with this because when they started, because everything is important. Every date, everything with numbers. It's like a game. You can start to calculate something and find some answers. Who
Yeah.
was Ignotus? Why he put this like this? He put, even some things inside code. When you have constants, even these constants you have even in Bitcoin. And there is something inside, yes, also. Like everything connected to time here, 1 green per second. Green is time, like this. So when you start to find something and replace, for example, time with green symbol, you will see some interesting hidden messages at internet. This is a cyberpunk story, yes, yes.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
I would
very,
say that Grin is very, very respected in not only just the privacy like coin communities, but just in crypto in general. Like, there's basically three proof of work coins that are extremely cypherpunk. First being Bitcoin, the second being Monero, and the third I would say is Grin.
yeah. Monero for sure, but I don't know about Monero how they will fight with spam, because scalability it's coming from node size. So if they will spam Monero, one node maybe some terabytes will be. So you need a very big storage. Everybody need to prepare for this, yes, because they will also block not only this level, but also how to say level at ISP. They will detect Monero transaction, for example, and block it at operator level, at internet level. So you cannot even broadcast your transaction or cannot even connect to your node. Everything we need to be prepared for them. Yes. So I think Green everything has inside because it's very compact, it's very small, and it's how to say it's a mission to be minimalism.
Yeah.
So yes, this
Right.
vision respect also another car developer who made proof of work is he John Trump. Yes, he is a scientist from yes Amsterdam. He knows everything about proof of work these systems actually. He made some work before for Zcash. I know Equihash for Equihash. Yes, he made some solvers. So
For Grin's proof of work, are there ASICs or like do people mine on GPU? Like how's Grin's proof of work?
yes, you can mine GPU also, and you can mine some ASIC we have. Apollo made some home ASIC. It's very good because you have only 100 watt consumption, and you have home miner. Uh, and this miner is using also inside this cuckoo algo, and this cuckoo algo can be adopted with future, and future GPUs because it's memory bound.
Okay.
And what we see now artificial intelligence is using memory actually hardware, memory hard algos. So Green is very good can be used in very fast memory hardware because you need to work with very fast with memory bandwidth. You need it's very big. It's very good. This amount of memory bandwidth. It has new Apple
Hmm.
MacBook with their processors because they have ARM CPU also. It's new architecture, and for to develop new miner, you need to know assembly at ARM level architecture.
Okay.
Yes, it's also new field actually because before it was new no RAM, CPUs for desktop adoption. Apple started this, and next we can see from something from Intel maybe they will start to develop. And so maybe RAM is the future because also it is using at mobile devices. So you can compile everything for single hardware.
I think like the Windows like AI computers that have the snapshot thing that like spies on you. I think those are ARM based computers as well.
For sure, for sure.
I think like
Yeah.
the industry is moving towards like ARM based chipset.
Yes, you can buy your own computer, Raspberry Pi like this. You
Yeah.
can make everything because this also uh, low power consumption has, so you can build everything. Yes. Now, next step after Wallet, I will start to implement hard, firmware for seed signer. It's based on Raspberry Pi. And
Okay.
now we are talking, yes, with another interesting developer we have from Poland, Marek. He worked on Python implementation for Grin.
Okay.
And this seed signer is using Python actually, so maybe we can cooperate together to make something.
How do we get more merchants and people to start accepting Grin as payments and using Grin? Because it seems to me like Grin has been like very, very well thought out and
Yes.
designed to be like a good form of money. It's private, it's fast, it's cheap, and
Yes, we need to make everything secure also, You need to store somewhere. This shop, you need to keep their secrets safe,
yeah.
You cannot keep, your keys at same place where you keep your website. This is first thing.
Mhm.
So we need to make ability remotely connections with your maybe hardware wallet or maybe something mobile wallet. You can remotely connect to some service or any some service can connect to you. For example,
Yeah.
when you connect your application Grim to, if you are a website owner, for example, you can connect your Grim application to your website and receive application from your server. It's a next step to develop some tools to adoption. For
Mhm.
example, for shops, for real live shops also. When you can launch your Grim application at POS mode, to accept payments just like this.
Yeah.
With NFC, with QR code, like default bank application actually. So you can convert everything easily. This is what we are trying to make now. This is our target, yes. To make green for payments because it's first use case. Some people can try to build something else, but it's actually was first idea to make it better money. So we need to make everything to transact easily, like with your bank, because bank has everything to make you transact. So when we will reach this level, and it will be better for usability and better for decentralization, people will start to use green simply. I think this is adoption coming from usability. This is kind of first thing because a lot of people are not programmers, not like we are. Also for kids, because it's easy for kids even to press some funny buttons. Yeah.
So I guess like before we get like further into Grin, I wanted to ask you like, what's the difference between how Beam has implemented Mimblewimble and how Grin has done it?
Yes, difference between Beam because it has also, integrated privacy protocol, Lantus, Mimblewimble it's calling, because it can mix outputs to make your transaction more private. Mimblewimble has integrated, lack of privacy, like say, when you control a lot of nodes, you can monitor outputs, how they are moving inside chain like this. So this is known limitation. So they can mark, for example, if you are a regulator, you can mark some outputs. If you know these outputs are dirty, you can mark them. And if you control pools, you can not accept some transactions like this. This is can be problem. So Green also has solution in this. We are working on VixNet. It's calling. So it's solution with separate server where it can be possible to mix outputs. And this server need to be installed somewhere also.
Is
Some
that
maybe
like a
trusted.
coin join for Grin kind of?
No, yes, it's kind of mixing outputs, yes, for Mimble Wimble.
Okay.
And I think about what if this pool or what if this Vixnet can be used not only for Grin, maybe for another chains. We can think about this because Grin has forks, MVC, also Epic Cache. They forked Grin, yes. They have big communities. Actually, Epic Cache, very big community because it's also about ideology, not only about technology, but more about ideology, about freedom, about transaction like this. So Epic Cache has big community, yes, also to test.
I would like to
So who
see.
knows? Maybe in the future these coins will fork our wallet and we'll use it for them.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome for sure. I would like to see like more people in the privacy coin space like start using Grin.
Yes, and the most thing we need to make atomic swaps, because you need to exchange decentralized also. Atomic swaps is very useful method, and we know about this. It's very safe because it's about signatures, about between chains signatures cooperation. So it's very adoptable without any third party. It's like P2P. You can exchange P2P chain to chain with atomic swaps. Grin has no atomic swaps now. This is future to implement because we have no multi-sig also. So
Okay.
maybe some solution will be found this place. We have, even ready code for this, everything ready, but we have no ready documentation because our approver, I told you about John Trump, scientist. He said this future need to be more documented. And this guy who started this work, he moved away, sadly, 3 years ago maybe. This future was ready, but this guy sadly moved away. But because he could not complete documentation about this. Uh,
Is there any efforts to get Grin on some of these dexes that we've seen launch since like the Monero delistings have kind of like motivated people to start working on dexes a lot more and using dexes a lot more? Like we've seen Havino launch, Sarai is on its way, Basic Swap Dex has added Wownero and Monero and
No,
some other
yes,
coins.
Monero transaction are non-interactive. This is another case. To interact with Green, you need to be online because you need to sign transaction online.
Okay.
What means to be online? It means that your wallet should be ready to sign transaction actually.
Okay.
It works like cash. When you come to shop is online because the shop can sign transaction. So you need to sign transaction, with someone. This is the same. So these dexes need to make this keep this in mind also. This is not a simple, how to say, Bitcoin, blockchain where you can transact to any address and forget how we confirm it or not, like this, just to check confirmation. Here are a lot of cases because you can also cancel transaction. This is also ability of Green where you can cancel transaction at some step every when you want,
Okay.
or maybe some last step when you think not finalized transaction, and. This case is actually very simple. It's working like SIGN finalized like this. 3 steps we have. So if DEX wants to integrate greens, they need to use multi-sig, what will be implemented, yes, and keep in mind that it will be interactive. So it will be easy, I think. We have actually green and some biscuit, I think, at BISC, yes.
Oh, on BISC.
But this P2P exchange, BISC, they
Yeah.
integrated green a while ago.
Nice. Are there any dexes like within the Grin ecosystem itself? Like, does Grin have its own like decentralized exchange, like for the community?
Oh, no, not yet, actually. Because I told you, we have lack of developers. We sadly have one active core developer because he's paid. They pay him.
There's only
Because we
one
have some
developer
donation,
in Grin, like one
Yes,
full-time developer.
They pay him in BTC. We have
Okay.
some fund.
Yeah.
Some first Bitcoiners donated to Green in the beginning. I think it was story like it maybe was Satoshi because it was first block. Some was first blocks this transaction. So Green has some BTC. I think maybe near 50, 60 like this together with two funds because we have CC fund and Core fund like this.
Okay.
Because community projects can be easy to get financing like this, because we have some separate fund like this. So if community needs some improvements and some features like hardware wallet, before they paid for hardware wallet, maybe 50 or $100,000. But we can make everything for free because we have motivation. We use Grin. We make this money better for us because we are people who will use it. Because this is what what I first thing I oriented when I started to develop and Grin also. Yes, how I want to see it for me first of all. So
True open source software ethos.
yes. True open source, yes. And now we also hear community to implement some things, to fix some things. Yes.
There was like this stupid documentary that HBO released where they were speculating on who Satoshi was, and they ended up saying Peter Todd, which is just laughably retarded. But
I think it's maybe Nick Szabo, Nick Szabo.
yeah, a lot of
This
people
guy
think that.
wrote about it.
A lot of people think that. But like there's a lot of people that think that maybe Satoshi walked away and then came back as Nicholas, the guy that did the Monero project, right? And then with, I think I'm not a very big Harry Potter guy, but it was like Tom Elvis Jedusor or whatever that released the Mimble Wimble paper. Do you think that it could have been Satoshi behind all three of these projects, like releasing just different implementations, like as his knowledge progressed with cryptocurrency?
Oh no, I think they can put some theories to how to say, to make people think differently.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a group of people, actually, maybe Satoshi, we don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
one guy started work, second guy came later, third guy came later and finished work. And because, to develop such project, being anonymously, it's impossible at internet. When you're developing something alone like this, where you are at a single location, you need to be 100% offline like this.
Yeah.
Because when you commit something to repository, to GitHub is controlling by Microsoft. They can track every location, even if Tor. If they control enough exit nodes, they can also track. So we live in a world where it's impossible to develop something anonymously now.